Welcome to homecoming night at M.H. Rourke Stadium on the campus of beautiful West Brunswick High School in Shallotte. I'm Sam Hickman, joined as always by the best color analyst in the business, Mr. Jay Combs. West Brunswick playing host to the visiting New Hanover High School Wildcats tonight in Shallotte. Jay, it took a little while, a little more than halfway through the season, but we finally got some high school football weather in the air. There's a little bit of a nip in the air. You see some more long sleeves as you roam around the stadium pregame. And New Hanover comes into this one 2-4 overall, 1-1 in the what used to be the Mid-Eastern Conference, now the Carolina Coast 6A, 7A, 8A. And Jay, for West Brunswick, it was smooth sailing through 5 weeks, 4-1. Then it faced off against Mighty Hoggard, suffered a loss in that one, and then last week at North Brunswick, I don't think a lot of people saw that coming, but the Scorpions thumped West pretty good, 42-24 if I'm not mistaken, and or 42-21, and West Brunswick just trying to rebound, and it doesn't get any easier for them tonight with New Hanover coming to town.
No, that's a tall test for sure for West Brunswick. But yeah, last week against North Brunswick, 2 times the Trojans were inside the 10-yard line. Couldn't come away with any points, and I believe they gave up 3 scores in the fourth quarter. So that was a very close game heading into the final period, but North pulled away. New Hanover last week, it was their Hoggard thumping time, 34-zip. Coach John Fuller in his first year has them at 2-4 overall, 1-1 in the conference. West 4-3 overall, 1-2 in the conference. All 4 wins for West have come right here at M.H. Rourke Stadium, and I believe tonight is homecoming. So maybe the Trojans can keep it going here with a little home cooking.
And Jay, do not forget to celebrate those class of 2005 West Brunswick Trojans who are celebrating their 20-year high school reunion tonight. A member of that esteemed class, yours truly.
I was going to say, so you did graduate.
Good one.
Okay,
well
I always wanted to ask that for the last 10 years, but I didn't want to put you on the spot.
I got a diploma to prove it, and so will these young men and ladies who just took the field for the Trojans tonight. West Brunswick, Jay, you feel the sense. It's a little different around these parts this year than it was in recent seasons. I think if the last 2 weeks would have happened 2 years ago and last season, it would have been a kind of a general wisdom. Here we go again.
Here we go.
I don't get the sense of that with this team. And this season, they're a little older, a little wiser, a little more mature. Quite frankly, I expect West to rebound tonight. Whether or not they win or lose, we don't know. Who knows? But I do expect the Trojans to put their best foot forward and play well on homecoming.
I kind of see where you're headed with that, and I too share that kind of optimism, whereas in the years past, I'm not sure we would have been so readily to do that. But, there's some talent on this year's West Brunswick team and the experience. And, of course, tonight they're hoping to get Jaquel Davis playing offense, and he, of course, will play defense as well. He and Marzell Stanley, a terrific 1-2 punch on the ground. In fact, between Josiah Borton and Stanley and Davis, over 1,000 yards collectively on the ground. So West will look to run the football here this evening against New Hanover.
It is a formidable trio of ball carriers in the Trojan backfield. We are almost set, and here we go. We're underway from homecoming night in Shallotte. Takes a Sunday hop into the arms of the New Hanover return man. He's brought down across the 35 at the 36-yard line, where we'll get our first look at the New Hanover High School offense and junior quarterback, 6'1", 190-pound Tenari Johnson.
Yeah, he's a good one, Sam. Very athletic, 61 of 106 through the air, 716 yards, 3 scores, 3 interceptions. And he can run the football, too. He's picked up 99 yards and a score. So Johnson, a very talented, athletic kid. There's some speed in the backfield with Tony Clark Nelson and Javante Webb, and there's some weapons for John Fuller to utilize here this evening too.
I mean, Jay, we saw this New Hanover team go into North Brunswick a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago and beat the North Brunswick team that handed the Trojans a defeat last week. So this is a capable New Hanover squad. Jay, I think one thing that the viewers could probably see is the cameras getting closer on New Hanover quarterback Tenori Johnson, number 6 there. He's big. I mean, 6'1", 190. He's not an easy guy to bring down when he takes off and runs with it.
Yeah, and he's just a junior, so he's still growing. And with Clark Nelson and Webb, as we mentioned before, they got some talent offensively.
Another give.
Nice.
This time, Tony Clark Nelson tripped up around the 38-yard line. New Hanover needs, the 43-yard line. New Hanover needs the 47 for a first down, and Jay Clark Nelson still down on the turf. We have an official timeout as Coach Fuller and the New Hanover training staff come out to check on TCN.
Well, let's hope he's okay because he can do a lot of things out there. Rushed for 230 yards on the year, 5.3 per carry, 4 touchdowns. He's caught 3 passes for 27. Clark Nelson, a very, very versatile player and a real threat for the Wildcats.
So West Brunswick, partner, 4-3 overall, 1-2 in the league. And Jay, it was just 2 weeks ago, West was playing for first place in the conference when they traveled to Hoggard, and I think lost that game 34-7 maybe. And then, I think if you'd have asked 5 area, quote-unquote experts, I think 4 or 5 of them would have picked West to win that game last week at North Brunswick. And here we are now. The roles are reversed a little bit. North sitting up there near the top of the league standings, and West just ahead of Topsail down at the bottom as Clark Nelson is helped off the field toward the sideline.
Well, the good news is Clark's walking off on his own, so hopefully we'll get a chance to see him later on in the game. But got a third down situation here for Johnson and the Wildcats.
3rd and 4, ball at the 43. New Hanover needs the 47 for a first down. Johnson in the shotgun, a receiver to the top, one to the bottom. Little stop route. Oh, great coverage over there. That Trey Evans.
It's 5, Trey Evans.
Trey Evans. Man, a great break on that football, Jay, and got his hand in there and batted it away. Really, really nice coverage at the top of your screen.
Yeah, Trey's having a great senior year, 38 tackles and 3 interceptions, which puts him among, if not at the top of the leaders in the conference in INTs. Nice little punt return would be a good thing for West Brunswick.
Not going to be much of a return on this one. West just going to get out of the way, and then it takes a little 9-iron spin back toward midfield and eventually downed at the 38-yard line. So a punt of, Jay, only about 19 yards on that punt. So West might not have completely flipped the field, but pretty excellent starting field position for the Trojans.
Yeah, they ended up with a good special teams play without having to do anything. Right? So,
that's exactly right.
Let's see if Josiah Borton and the Trojan offense can take advantage.
That's Stanley in the backfield with Borton to begin the game. And he is wrestled down. Number 10, Tully Dunn.
Yeah.
The first to get him, dropped him for a loss of 3 yards, where it will be 2nd and 13.
Tully's on one of, the all-name teams, right? Tully Dunn, that's just a good name, and that was just a good play by the senior that time. And he's a big boy, 6'4", 2 1/4, 29 tackles, 5.5 for a loss, and a couple of sacks. This New Hanover team applies pressure.
Borton in the shotgun, drops back, pass complete to Surgal, racing up the field. Jay's got the first down. A good job of staying in bounds and just finishing that run. Eventually got out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 14 yards and a West Brunswick first down.
Yeah, nice catch by Jude that time. Ball a little bit behind him, but he brought it in. Number 12 on the year for the senior linebacker, tight end. He's got 4 touchdown passes.
Boy, the more he could touch it, the better. He is a nice pass-catching option for Borton and company. There's Stanley around the left side. He's got a seam. Knocked out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Ruled out of bounds at the 32. A gain of 19 yards. And then, Jay, we had a really late penalty come in. Really late penalty come in. Well after the play was over. It's laying around the 27-yard line, which is 5 yards past where Stanley was run out of bounds. And, Jay, based on Coach Handy's reaction, I think it may be against the Trojans of West Brunswick.
Kind of has that look and feel to it, doesn't it?
Unsportsmanlike after the play look to it.
And Coach is out there talking to one of his guys right now, and I don't think he's too awfully happy about what happened on that end of that play. Now the referee's still trying to sort things out here, so.
Jay, I think we might have some offsetting unsportsmanlike.
Perhaps.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Trojans. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats. The result of the play will stand. It was a 19-yard run by Marzell Stanley, and ultimately it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Trojans inside the 35-yard line of the Wildcats.
Well, you got to keep your composure, and that's advice to both teams, right? Not just West Brunswick, but the Wildcats and New Hanover too. It's an emotional game, and it's easy for your emotions to get away, but you gotta be real careful and keep those things in check.
Jay, I tell you what, the white hat tonight, gentleman by the name of Mike Brown, as good as they come, local high school football officiating. He's been doing it a long time, and he will not lose control of this one.
You have spoken and mentioned his name many times over our years together, and Mike's a good one.
He's as good as they come at this level. The 1st and 10, West Brunswick at the 32. Borton in the shotgun. And Stanley just slammed to the turf right when he got the handoff. That was number 8, Chris Rao. And Jay, just remember, West is going to put that one in the memory bank. And if Borton pulls that one,
he's got some room.
He's going to have some running room.
Yeah, Roll is he's almost like a tackling machine. 54 on the year, 6.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. He's even got an interception, but Chris Rao is, and only a junior, a really solid linebacker for New Hanover.
Borton drops back. He's looking for a seam. Then he looks like he's going to throw it there briefly, but runs out of bounds. Maybe picked up a couple yards back to the 32, Jay. Something of note, West Brunswick without one of its star defenders, return men, and receivers in Kavion Griffin. He's out injured tonight.
That's too bad.
In street clothes, so that is a big loss for the Trojans.
Well, yeah, because Kavion can do a lot of different things, rushing, catching, tackling, interceptions. You know, he's a very versatile player.
Returns, yeah.
Pressure, as I indicated earlier, New Hanover defensively, 12 sacks, 55 tackles for loss. They come at you.
3rd and 10. West going to go the go route. Had a man just over the outstretched hands of Nick Graham over there at the top of the screen. Is going to bring up a 4th and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Wildcats.
Boy, Graham really burst wide open that time, and Borton laid it out there just a little bit too far, but maybe something that the Trojans will come back to later in this game. He was wide open. And the offensive line gave Josiah time to throw that time.
4th and 10, good shotgun snap. That pass falls to the turf, incomplete. Trey Evans and Jude Surigao were over there in the area.
Maybe a little confusion that time.
A little zig when you.
Yeah, two receivers.
Quarterback thought you'd zag or something to that effect.
He kind of split the difference with them that time. You know, they were that close. So ball goes over to New Hanover on downs.
So, Jay, an offensive possession for each team and no blood. No points yet, 0-0 as these, we're in the early rounds here of this boxing match as they try to fill each other out. West Brunswick had a little success with a 19-yard run. Otherwise, not much doing on the opening possession for either team. Tenari Johnson going to throw a quick little wide receiver screen out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Quincy Waddell on the catch, and the more times he could touch it, the happier the Wildcat faithful will be. He's dangerous.
Yeah, he can run the ball. He gets 25th catch of the year with that reception for now over 150 yards and a score. But yeah, Waddell he's a player. West showing some blitz, and I think maybe
they blitzed a little too hard.
Yeah,
jumped across the line of scrimmage.
Maybe trying to guess the count, but whatever. Easy first down pickup for the Wildcats.
Oh, into traffic intended for Kellen Brown. Good coverage over there by, I think that was 15, Zarets Clarday. The corner over there in coverage for West Brunswick. So it falls incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line of Hanover.
You know, it's a small world, but yesterday I met Zarentz's brother, Terrence.
Okay.
And he talked about he was coming to this game tonight.
Terrence played for the Trojans.
He did. I'll tell you a story about it
Jay,
later
there's good news there. That's Clark Nelson on the carry.
That's good.
So good to see him back in the ball game after leaving the first series with an apparent.
Got another Clarday, Zarentz this year, and Isaac.
That's right. And you remember well their brother DeAndre.
He was a
played
good one
for the Trojans.
He was good. That was a good 2016, 2017, around that time. Boy, they were good. Trojans were good.
DeAndre, kind of the emotional leader of a really good defense. Johnson looking for a running lane and has none. He is sacked. Jay, there's Sanchez and Sneed in on that sack. Jameis Stanley also there to help bring down the New Hanover quarterback. And New Hanover 1 first down in 2 possessions. The Trojan defense with an electric start here tonight on homecoming at MH Rourke Stadium.
Yeah, the Trojans just really beat them off the ball that time, and 3 big guys in there on the stop.
Another punt attempt for New Hanover. This one a little better, but boy, I tell you, he's got that sandwich down, that back spinner. That's New Hanover punter number 99, Andrew McIntosh, the CEO. I've nicknamed him.
I wonder if
CEO.
I'll tell you what, he ought to. If there's a kick golf game,
exactly.
You know, he might.
Maverick McNeely
Could play on the Ryder Cup kick.
Probably could have made the U.S. Ryder Cup team.
That's what
this
I'm
year.
thinking. Wow.
Move over, Scotty Scheffler. Andrew is coming for the spot. So 1st and 10, West Brunswick at its own 28-yard line. 6:28 left in the opening quarter. Man in motion, give to Stanley. Jay, I'm not sure how. He kind of shuffled his way for 4 yards there. Kind of turned sideways and just shuffled through a little opening and picked up 4 yards. So a good carry on first down, sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, the thing you can't forget about Morzell Stanley is he's just a 10th grader. And
man, it is easy to forget.
Yeah, what a big upside for this dynamic back. And Jackwell Davis only a junior, so really good 1-2 punch.
Oh, I told you, Jay, he's going to have some room if he keeps it. Good blocking out there on the edge by Nick Graham. That's 10 yards for Borton and a West Brunswick first down. Jay, you just noticed a couple times when West handed it off and the New Hanover defensive ends were getting the ball carrier. As soon as Stanley got the handoff, you got that feeling that Borton's going to pull one of these and have all kinds of running room.
They sure did it that time and did it to perfection. Josiah, very capable runner. Over 300 yards on the ground this year for the junior.
Stanley around the left side. He is dropped out of bounds. A 1-yard gain to the 43-yard line. 5:41 left in the opening frame. Jay, do we have Stanley's numbers season-wide?
Yeah, 250 yards rushing, 3.6 per carry, 1 touchdown.
So pretty good start.
Yeah.
Pretty good start or midway through his sophomore campaign.
Tell you what, pretty good tackle that time by number 24, Ethan Tatum for New Hanover. He's a senior, 56 of them on the year. You can see why by his play on that one.
Maybe give him 2 yards out to the 44. Borton pulls it. And receiver Izzy Saunders not really looking for it there. So a couple miscommunications in the throwing game here early in this one for the Trojans of West Brunswick. Well, and Trey Evans had run a go route there. Jay had about a half mile to run back to get back to the huddle.
You know, West can throw the football, but they've only thrown it 88 times. Josiah's only thrown it 88 times coming into game number, 8 on the year. And I know he missed at least one game, so they're judicious with their throwing.
That time he was hit as he released it, and it was wide of the intended receiver, Jude Surgal. So it falls incomplete, and that will bring on the Trojan punt team.
Yeah, pressure that time by Hawes for New Hanover, and that's what the Wildcats, John Fuller's team, can do. They can put some pressure on that quarterback and pressure on those running backs. So incumbent upon the O-line to win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Isaac Clariday running onto the field. Oh, Jay, they're going to get the drive extended on a roughing the punter, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Borton got clobbered when he got that kickoff. Oh, but Jay, look at there. A penalty, another penalty flag at the top of the screen around the 43-yard line.
There's a couple of them.
So I believe West would have got bailed out had they lined up correctly. I don't know if it's a procedure penalty and a roughing the punter.
Yeah, despite getting roughed that time, Borton unloaded pretty well.
Yeah, he did. He did. Good kick. Went out of bounds around the 24-yard line. So let's sort this out here, partner. Mike Brown about to give our viewers the call. Personal foul, roughing the punter on New Hanover. Then we have an illegal formation against West Brunswick. They offset. It's going to be a redo.
Holy cow. I shouldn't just blurt out "holy cow" without telling the folks.
What?
We just got a score from Nathan that Topsail's up 12-zip over Hoggard.
Again, Topsail 12.
And now
Hoggard 0.
And Topsail has not won a game yet this season. Wow, what a first victory that would be.
I mean, geez, Pete.
But still, as Nathan points out, a lot of game left. So let's see. West is going to.
So a lot to do for a redo.
Josiah really hit that last one. Let's see if he can do it again.
Jay, also worth mentioning that New Hanover wasn't far away from blocking it.
A lot of action going on there. Like the last play of the Phillies and Dodgers last night.
Taryn Wilson. So sorry. Camera operator Taryn Wilson and her beloved Phillies counting helmets today.
No,
Jay, I think somebody did get a piece.
Yeah.
Somebody did get a piece, but it is taking a fortuitous Trojan bounce, and Jay ended up exactly 1 yard away from where his previous punt
Isn't that
did.
funny?
After all that, we ended up basically back in the same boat.
Back in the saddle again, huh? But we got still 5:16 to go here in the opening quarter. Homecoming here at West Brunswick. Shane Handy, his team 4-3 overall, 1-2. They average 27 a game, give up 24 on a 2-game losing streak. Most recent of which was 42-21 defeat last week at North Brunswick. Kind of a slow developing play that time, Sam.
And an effective one.
Yeah.
Got about 7 yards on that run out to the 32-yard line.
Running back 2-3, I believe. Yeah, that's Giovanni Webb.
Is Giovanni Webb, was he a North Brunswick transfer?
It kind of sounds familiar. There were some Webbs that played at North that I recall, but whether Giovanni was one of them, I'm not sure. He's going to run it again.
Nice tackle in there. Going to be a first down across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Clariday with a nice tackle there, coming up and filling the run gap.
11 on the year for Terrence Zarens. Make it 12.
Webb again. Look at just finding some running room. It's hard to get away from that kind of sure tackle by number 4, Izzy Saunders.
Izzy, a very valuable player on that defensive unit for Shane Handy. 45 tackles coming into this evening's game. 4 of them for a loss and an interception. So the junior linebacker very, very active for the Trojans.
3.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Still scoreless. And we got a flag that's going to...
I think that's going to be against...
bring that one to a stop.
New Hanover procedure, maybe. Yep.
Expertly called by Jay Combs. They don't call him the best color analyst in the business for no reason.
Son, I don't think I'm the best color analyst in Charlotte, much less the business, but I greatly appreciate you.
Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah. Oh, that's some solid running. It's going to come up short.
Was some solid running.
Webb just kind of.
And Taryn Wilson, one of our camera operators, makes a great point. He's humble, too. That's Sanchez.
We got a West guy down, and that does not look good. And you say it was Sanchez, Sam? Oh, boy. Wow. These are tough kids, right? Tough and good physical condition and work so hard. And Antonio in some pain out there. So we're taking a look at the West Brunswick huddle as athletic staff attending to senior linebacker Antonio Sanchez. What a year this kid's had. Leading tackler for West Brunswick coming into tonight's game. 57 tackles, 6 of them for a loss, and 1 sack for the senior. So kind of a nice
Man.
wide shot of Rourke tonight here.
Well, these kids have got it good, don't they, Jay?
Yeah.
Look at this facility.
It's beautiful.
This playing surface.
There's the New Hanover guys. A few folks made their way across the bridge. John Fuller in his first year. John Fuller's, help me out, Sam, brother, uncle, son is a coach with your brother at Anderson.
Yes, so Coach Fuller's son, Caleb, is on the defensive staff at Anderson, which is top 10 nationally in Division II in scoring defense, total defense, passing defense, and third down defense.
Wow.
So Coach Fuller and Coach Hickman and company doing a wonderful job there. Coach Chevry, just a terrific defensive staff there. Boy, Sanchez not able to put any pressure.
Yeah, and he's getting
as
some
he's
help.
being helped off. Jameis Stanley and
Help from
another
his
Trojan
friends,
there
huh?
helping him out. Yeah. Man, Jay, we hate that. Doesn't matter which team, doesn't matter which kid.
Looks like
we
that,
do not like seeing that.
looks like that left leg is the one that he's most definitely favoring. So let's hope Antonio's going to be okay, and we'll go from there.
Heading over to the tent there, the sports medicine tent, so we'll see if we can.
So third down for New Hanover, a little bit of a drive going for the Cats.
3rd and 3, and the straight up quarterback power to the right, and that's going to be just enough for a New Hanover first down as Johnson gets across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
That put Johnson over the 100-yard mark on the ground this season. He's a junior, and as Sam mentioned before, good size at 6'1", $190, and used his size and strength to pick up that first down.
Around the right side, West brings down the ball carrier after a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards.
Good pursuit tackling that time. I think Stanley was the one that ended up with the tackle, but a lot of help from his friends to help bring down Webb on that play.
Couple yards makes it 2nd and 8. Been a long opening quarter, hasn't
It's
it?
been, yeah. You know, I mean, there have been a few penalties.
Do we get a 2-minute warning? And collect ourselves here. Oh, speed option out to the left. Love that play call. Love that play call, and it was a good one. Surgal brings down the ball carrier a couple yards shy of the line to gain, but about 6, maybe 7 yards from Webb on the speed option. New Hanover inside West Brunswick territory at the 45. They need the 43 for a first down.
Yeah, Johnson, excellent job that time of making the correct read. Pressure was on him, so the toss to Webb, and sets up 3rd and short for New Hanover.
Boy, Johnson around the left side. He's got all kinds of running room. Is the ball on the ground, partner? No, they said the runner was down.
Runner was
He's
down.
ruled down. Okay. It did come loose. It was recovered by West Brunswick, but Trey Evans fell on it. A loose ball that was ground caused the fumble, and New Hanover will retain possession.
You know, New Hanover's got a little something going on this drive, and it's all on the ground, and principally, if not exclusively, it's Johnson and Giovanni Webb doing the bulk of the ball carrying.
Some creative play calling within the run game on this drive. Had the speed option, a couple of, quarterback powers out to the right, and now Webb trying to get the corner, and he's brought down at around the 21-yard line, where it's yet another New Hanover first down, and Jay, we have another Trojan on the turf.
Tell you what, Clariday doesn't get him down, he might still be running.
Right to the concession stand down on that end of the field.
And there is a Trojan down out around the 32 2-yard line.
My goodness, Jay, and if you pick the guys you don't want it to happen to on the West Brunswick defense, you might start with these two, Sanchez and Saunders. Two terrific players.
Yeah, very, very valuable. Okay, Izzy popped up, so that's
good. I believe Coach Handy telling White Hat Mike Brown, look out for the chop block. They're getting them low, he says, if I can read his body language correctly. 41 seconds left on a beautiful October evening.
Expecting some. Apparently, we are expecting some rain later on this evening, which is why this kickoff time, I believe, was moved up an hour.
About 10 o'clock, Jay. They're expecting the rain to set in, and it is not supposed to leave us until late Sunday.
You got baseball practice tomorrow?
Sunday.
Well, maybe.
Bring your swimmies.
Maybe you got a chance.
Bring your no days off, partner.
Not for the good.
No days off.
Not for the good.
If we're not working, somebody else is.
Tell you what, Huck Hickman's got it working with that bat this year.
He's swinging it.
He is.
Doesn't take a whole lot of walks, Jay Bird. We're up there swinging, pal. We are up there swinging. Delay a game, perhaps? No, false start penalty against the Wildcats, so that'll set them back 5 yards. 27.8 ticks left in the opening frame. Less than that now as the game clock is.
Tell you, Sam, on this possession for New Hanover, the offensive line has really done a good job for the Wildcats. No penetration for the most part on the part of West.
And right as you said that, Jay, the West defense comes to life and stops Webb for a gain of 2 yards inside the 25 to the 24. But, Jay, that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. 2nd and 13 for New Hanover, but we'll have to wait until after the break before action resumes. After 1 quarter of play, New Hanover 0, West Brunswick 0 on your FOCUS Broadband Game of the Week. And we're back, 2nd and 13 from the West 24. New Hanover knocking on the door of the red zone. Boy, Clark Nelson just made a couple guys miss and then took a big hit around the 16-yard line, a gain of about 8 yards. But New Hanover will still face a 3rd and 5 from the West Brunswick red zone. It's Jameis Stanley on the tackle, Jay Bird. He is a freshman. Freshman. I tell you, if he is half the player his father was in the mid-90s, West has got a good one.
With Tony, I hope Tony Clark Nelson liked that run that time because,
man,
wow,
he paid the price.
He did.
Jay, I did my best to wait a quarter to bring it up, to ask. Your beloved Ravens Well said. On to the next topic. Timeout on the field. New Hanover wants to talk this one over with 11:14 left in the first half. So 12 minutes and, 46 seconds into this one, Jay. Still no score, but New Hanover on the move. Your early impressions from this one, even though there haven't been a whole lot of highlight reel plays, it still feels like they're filling each other out. New Hanover, the first offense to kind of establish a rhythm.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. No highlight plays for sure, and it's kind of the game hasn't found much of an ebb and flow, although, to your point, this particular drive, and I wonder how many minutes New Hanover has held on to this football now. It's probably at least 5 or 6, so kind of a sustained drives, but not, not big plays in that. 3 here, 4 there, and hanging on to the ball. So, and certainly in scoring in the red zone now is New Hanover inside the 20. But a big third down play, of course, in 4-down territory.
Johnson rolls out to his left. He's got a man. He's inside the 10, wrestled down at the 7-yard line, but it's a first down, Wildcats. It was number 18, Michael Chusiano.
Yeah.
On the grab.
Catch number 6 on the year for Mike. And the ball's marked where, Sam? At the
7.
So they got they're first and goal from the 7. No more first downs.
Not to be confused with 6-7, as I'm sure you parents of young kids are familiar with. Clark Nelson has it. He's inside the 5. West Brunswick trying to push him back. He's going to get the 3-yard line.
He's still not down.
No, he's in the back of the end zone. Forward progress rules him down at the 3.
Tough running. There's some big boys up there in the offensive line for New Hanover. Graves, 6'3", 300. Wells, 6-footer at the right guard. Aaron Parks is left guard. Lonnie Green, left tackle. Nathaniel Hargrove is the center, number 7'5". He's 220, so got some bulk up there to block for the Cats.
Johnson on the quarterback keeper. He is in there. First touchdown of the game is Johnson with a 3-yard quarterback keeper. 9:52 left in the first half. New Hanover gets first blood. It's 6-0 Wildcats.
Well, nothing fancy that entire drive. A very methodical march down the field. Probably took at least 6-7 minutes and ends up with Johnson scoring from the 3-point after attempt.
Oh, low kick. Did it creep over? It did, Jay.
Oh, my word.
Barely crept over the goalpost, or the crossbar, rather, and goes in. So it's 7-0.
Trey Bennett is the
Jay, here it is. Direct
kicker.
Snap to Johnson, and it's easy pickings from
massive
there.
hole on that right side. Yeah, the New Hanover offensive line. Great job by the O-line that time. So the Wildcats' first score of the night, trying to make homecoming not so home welcoming here for West Brunswick. Still a lot of time left to play in this one. Only about 9:52 to go here in quarter number 2. So maybe a good special teams play here for the Trojans can get them back into the game. Who's back there, Sam, to return?
Saunders.
He's capable.
Is the deep guy. And, Jay, I just can't see the numbers real well otherwise. Boy, McIntosh said, I want no one to return it.
Wow. And
yeah,
no one
he
will.
drives that one to the back of the end zone.
So West will get it out at their 20. Pretty good weapon when you have a place kicker that can put the ball in the end zone on the kickoffs.
I tell you, when you can make the opposing high school football team start every drive at its own 20, it is, well, you used the perfect word, Jay, quite a weapon.
Special teams, 3 parts of the game, and special teams is an important part of it.
There's a good start to the drive for the Trojans of West Brunswick. Pick up 4, maybe 5 yards on the first down give.
That was
Stanley.
Stanley on the carry. Still haven't seen Davis.
I haven't seen Davis,
offensively.
period.
And I'm wondering, we'll have to look on the sideline and see if Jack Quell's there. Kind of tough sledding around the right side.
Jay, there he was. There he is in the pink
There
cleats.
he is. Okay. He's had a toe injury, and they've been a little concerned about playing in both ways. And Coach Andy said, look, we need him, but we don't want to take him away from defense because he's such a talented defensive player.
3rd and 4 for the Trojans.
But he's a big play guy.
Oh, he's got a little crease here.
Ooh.
And then out to the 35-yard line, a gain of about 8 yards and a first down. And, Jay, that's one of the better plays West has had from scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, DeMonte Hill with the tackle that time. But, yeah, and I think that could be one of the differences offensively between these two teams tonight. Not sure that New Hanover has that big play capability that West Brunswick has running the football.
Borton keeps it, but he's stopped for a minimal gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 8 as we approach the 8-minute mark. Jay, little bit longer halftime tonight. Homecoming festivities will take place here inside of M.H. Rourke Stadium. Were you on the homecoming court in your day? No, you were making halftime adjustments in the locker room.
Look, I've never been in court in my life. Let's make sure we all understand that, okay? Homecoming or other.
You heard it here. Borton just looking.
Done.
Jay, the ball's
Loose
out.
ball.
Boy, a heads-up play by Sneed to jump on that ball. It could have been an absolute disaster. It was bad result for the Trojans as it was. It could have been much, much worse. Jay, they lost, it was on the 37. Now that was a 12-yard loss. So 3rd and 20 for the Trojans as we approach the halfway point of the second quarter.
But to your point, Sam, could have been
it could have been a touchdown
worse.
going the other way. Worst case scenario or better case scenario is West fell on it, and they still face a 3rd and 20.
As we said a couple of times already this evening, New Hanover puts pressure on the quarterback.
Over the head of the intended receiver, Nick Graham, and incomplete. Jay, it does. It makes me wonder. The loss of Kavion Griffin is a big one for this team. He's just is a kid who does a lot. He's got his hands in a lot of different. He impacts this team in a myriad ways. And you lose him, and all of a sudden you're trying to fill holes everywhere.
Well, he scored 4 touchdowns this season. 1 on the ground, three in the air. He's caught 10 passes. Last week he had a 45-yard pitch and catch or option play or something. So. And
Jay, he also has touchdowns on defense and special teams.
So he's a special player, and him being out hurts.
Borton gets a boomer away. Clark Nelson fields it cleanly, looking for some runner. Well, he got a good block and a good return by Clark Nelson. Jay, this one's going to come back to around the 32-yard line of New Hanover after this block in the back. near midfield. So 6:34 left before halftime. That was a good punt.
Tell you what, Josiah's punted 3 times tonight. 2 of them counted. The first one didn't, and it was a boomer. And son of a gun, this one was too.
I mean, that one went nearly 50 yards in the air. It was
yeah, he's his statistically it said he's averaging 37.5 yards per punt. But
New Hanover is going to start even further back than I presume, Jay. It was an illegal blindside block, which is a 15-yard variety. So they might back them up to around the 25.
So here's my question to you: that when Coach Handy was whispering sweet nothings into the referee's ear, you think maybe that had something to do with it?
Oh, I think that was pretty blindside block, like textbook. I think.
We'll never know.
We'll replay the camera. We'll run it back.
Run it back. Well, let's see if West, with still 6:34 to go here in quarter number 2, but
feels like a big spot, doesn't it?
Yeah,
for the West defense.
Well, they need to make a stand here because they kind of let the Cats run roughshod over them that last possession.
Yeah,
they're off to another
having
start.
a tough time stopping this quarterback running game all of a sudden. It's about 15 yards for Johnson on first down.
Stanley in on the tackle among other Trojans, but nothing particularly, nothing sneaky. I mean, look, they're just lining up over in ball and said, hey, we're coming after you, and you stop us or you can't.
Well, the mighty Vikings of Hoggard have stormed back to take the lead over the Vikings. Oh, what a hit!
Who's that?
Davis in the backfield drops Webb for a loss of a yard, maybe 2. And West Brunswick needed that one. 5:50 left before halftime. Trojans down 7-0.
See, that's why I was saying that Coach Hamby said, look, we want Chiquel to play offense, but, man, we just can't afford to let him not play defense. And you saw it on that play there. Brilliant play by the junior. 50 tackles before tonight.
There's Webb again, this time around the right side. He's across the 45 to the 46-yard line, a gain of about 5 yards, but it'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats coming up.
Jamon Holmes in on the stop that time for West Brunswick. He's having a good senior year, Sam. 35 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss. The senior defensive back plays some wide receiver too, Jamon Holmes. Big on that play. Big 3rd down play.
Play action, Johnson across the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Nice throw and catch there. Catch made by 17, Colton Creech.
I'll tell you what, Creech had a really solid game when we had New Hanover a few weeks back in that victory over North Brunswick. And that's a nice play, nice delivery that time by Johnson, and a good, just saw that ball right into Colton Creech, and a big first down for New Hanover. There's some trouble.
There's a good play by the West Brunswick defense. Jay, 24, Sammy Stanley just came in there and blew that one up.
Sammy, one of the captains this evening. 6 tackles, 2 for a loss. Couple of sacks this year for number 24, Sammy Stanley. That was almost like a sack. Certainly a tackle for loss.
Getting late early in Shalot. 3.5 minutes before halftime. Oh, a go route. He's got a man. Ooh. Oh, boy. Ran right by the Trojan defender over there and just couldn't quite connect with Waddell.
Man, you don't, if you're the Trojans, you're playing with fire when you're playing with Quincy or Waddell. He's got before tonight, 24 catches for 149 yards and a score. Dangerous guy. 3rd and long now, so pass situation, but I don't know, the way they've been jamming the ball down their throats, they may say we got 4 downs here. Nope.
Kellen Brown, Jay, he's going to be a little bit short, like 2 yards. Man, it was a good throw and a good catch, but you got to think where they are on the field. This is go zone, and I'd be surprised if they did anything but ran that quarterback power.
I would just let the big guy Johnson carve this one out. Nice tackle that time by Clariday, but trying to draw them a little bit, Sam. Trojans don't bite. Everybody's in the box. I can tell you that.
Boy, it is a stacked box. Johnson got it and then some.
He's
Jay's
still
still
going.
on his feet. Just runs through some tackles.
Wow.
All the way down to the 10-yard line. And, Jay, frankly, this game is won and lost at the point of attack, and New Hanover has controlled the line of scrimmage from the opening whistle.
Absolutely, Sam, and did again that time. And, wow, once Tenari Johnson gets a head of steam, man, he is a tough hombre to bring down. Everybody had a lot of shot at him. My goodness, there were 9-10 guys in the box, and he got through it. Wes fortunate that he didn't make it all the way to the end zone. About 2 minutes to go here, and West Brunswick really doesn't want to give up another score. Got it.
Kellen Brown, touchdown. New Hanover, 1:51 left in the first half, and New Hanover's taken a 2-touchdown lead over the Trojans. Boy, Jay, this is as good as I've seen Tenari Johnson. And we've seen him quite a few times the last couple of years. Tonight's as good as I've seen him. He is in complete command.
Complete control, and again, he's taking advantage of that good offensive line work tonight. That one hit
off the crossbar and no good. So one, he just barely skimmed over the crossbar, and this one he hits the crossbar and it bounced back. And Jay, here's another look at the touchdown. Play action, slant, caught, touchdown, Wildcats.
Boy,
good throw and catch.
Yeah, not a lot of space to work with there.
There was not.
But Johnson hooks up with Kellen Brown. 22 catches, 308 yards, and a score before tonight. So Kellen Brown adds to each of those totals and also gives New Hanover a 13-0 lead with 1:51 to go here in the first half.
We got T-shirts, we got concessions, we got 50-50 raffle tickets, we've got a fundraiser for the basketball team with popcorn.
Well, West Brunswick needs to do something and kind of do something quick. They will get the ball to start the second half, but they have not looked their usual
maybe a
offensive
special
self.
teams return. Nope.
That's that guy that can kick it through the end zone. Those touchbacks are important.
McIntosh just booms it. It's Evan Jabley who handles the place kicking duties, but McIntosh is the kickoff specialist.
And why not?
And a specialist indeed. He's booming it. Jay, the question becomes, I think if Hanover, the way they're feeling it right now is, can we get the ball back and add another one before the halftime break? West just needs to figure out a way to move the chains. Jay, you just noticed the difference in body language on the respective sidelines. West coming off the field after that extra point just looked totally demoralized, and the New Hanover kids are buzzing around over there on the visitor side.
Yeah, Trojans need a kind of big play and have not been able to find it yet. I think their longest gain of the night maybe was a
19-yard run from Stanley on the maybe second play from scrimmage.
Number 8 on the tackle.
Chris Rao on the stop that time for the Wildcats.
I feel like a screen might be effective against this New Hanover defense that pressures the quarterback so effectively and attacks so
They're going to
aggressively.
keep it on the ground.
Yeah, West going to keep it on the ground. And, Jay, I believe New Hanover – no, they're not going to call a timeout.
Stop the clock, no.
Now, I believe if they get a stop right here –
Maybe.
West, I think, would be well served to waste every bit of these 30 seconds that are left on this play clock.
Well,
Feels like 13-0 deficit's as good as they're going to do now.
Yeah, but that's the thing with West. They've got some guys that can get it in from anywhere on the field. That's not one of them, at least on that play.
Incomplete pass, and, Jay, that stops the clock.
Who was the intended receiver that time?
Surigao. Jude Surigao.
Jude got hit pretty good, too. And Jude's a big guy, so a little slow getting up.
Lazy on Allen, the junior corner, was there like right when the ball got there. So a good defense. Jay timed up perfectly.
Nice, and stopped the clock, too.
Stopped the clock, and now – New Hanover, they come close to blocking a couple punts, and with Clark Nelson, the return man, even if he fair catches it, New Hanover's going to have some time to add more points before the break.
Borton needs a big boot.
He got a medium boot. Oh, Jay, a whistle blew, premature whistle there as he muffed it. Now it ended up working out because he fell back on the loose ball. I believe the referee assumed the clean, fair catch there.
I think it was Eden Romero down on kick coverage that time, and I believe he did signal for a fair catch, but then he muffed it.
Boy,
fortunate to fall down.
What if West had recovered it, but an inadvertent whistle had nullified it? Oh boy, that would have been
that's not the
a rough one for the Trojans.
Not the way to treat homecoming. When you're hosting, no way.
No home cooking on homecoming.
Mm-hmm. Well, 36.7 ticks left. And as well as they have kind of grounded out, they being New Hanover, have shown the ability to go vertical a little bit too. So let's see what Coach Fuller decides to do.
They're just going to whip it out there to the near sideline, and Davis makes a tackle. Jay, New Hanover going to hold on to those timeouts. They're going to get back on the ball and run another play. Pass was caught by Amir Frazier, his first grab of the night. And, boy, a lot of time New Hanover took with 2 timeouts in the pocket to get this second snap off. They're going to have to attack down the field now. Oh, he got a man loose. Oh, boy, better make a sure tackle. Yep, West Brunswick did a fabulous is that Clariday?
Yep.
Did an excellent job not letting Waddell go. It's the one thing West could not afford, because you've seen New Hanover struggles with making extra points, and not just tonight. That's been a season-wide issue. So a 33-yard field goal, not a guarantee.
Yeah, they have only attempted 1 field goal on the season, and they missed it. So I would say this is a ball that should probably
Trey Bennett is going to come on and kick it. They got the kicking team on.
Okay, Trey Bennett.
29.
11 for 12. Let's see, and he's 1 for 2 tonight, so 12 for 14 on the season.
Well, he hasn't even handled their extra points tonight. 90.
That's right.
Number 90, Jabali, 95, has kicked both extra points.
Okay, and Jabali is the one that had the 1 field goal attempt. So we'll take a look at Mr. Bennett. How far will it be, Sam?
33 yards.
Okay.
It all comes down to this.
What's it come down to?
This kick.
It does.
Whether it's going to be a 13-point lead or a 16-point lead. That comes down to this.
Yogi and Gail have to be so proud of you.
I have to let them speak to that. I sure hope so.
I do too.
Probably not for my announcing prowess.
But your addition is spot on. mathematically, you're spot on there.
3.1 ticks left before halftime. New Hanover trying to make it a 16-point lead. It's a good hold, a good snap. Short. No good. Trey Bennett a little bit shy on the 33-yard field goal attempt, and that brings the first half to a close. New Hanover leading West Brunswick 13-0. We'll be back with the second half after homecoming festivities on your FOCUS Broadband Game of the Week. And we're back. Homecoming night at M.H. Rourke Stadium. But it's the new Hanover High School Wildcats who have stolen the show in the opening 24 minutes. I tell you what, Jay, the class of 2005 is getting down over there to the right of us, beneath and to the right of the press box. And real good to see some former classmates. And
what's their reaction to being down 13?
you play 4 quarters for a reason.
There you
That's
go.
the general consensus.
We're
fine.
We're fine. Got 'em right
you
where
go
we want
in,
'em.
you make halftime adjustments, and then you hit them where it hurts in the second half. So
Okay.
no worries from the class of 05. The class of 2000 seemed less optimistic, but, I can't speak for them. So we'll see. And
Time
I think,
flies, doesn't it, Sam?
Jay,
Think
my
about it, son.
my 9-year-old son told me on the way here, he said, 20 years isn't that long ago. I said, son, I went to college, came home from college, went back to college, finished college, met a girl, got married, had a child, didn't get that one right, so we tried again with another one, nailed that one, then got you to 4th and 2nd grade, and now here we are. I've had like 4 lifetimes since I graduated high school.
But it's not that long a time.
No, it's not. In the big scheme of things, it's not. But, Jay, I will say this was a wonderful school to attend, and I'm very proud to be associated with it and affiliated with it and still get a chance every so often during football season to do, 3, 4, 5 West Brunswick games a year, and I will always love this place.
It's kind of a dream come true, and,
I will always love West Brunswick. 0-11 or 11-0. It just is what it is. It will always be home for the Hickmans. And my friends at North and South, love you too. Coach Sotrifer over at South Brunswick and Coach King at North Brunswick, they take good care of us.
Wow, do they ever?
I mean, year after year after year. I would probably be sick of us if I were them. But they just, continue to support us every which way possible. We're Brunswick County Schools is terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
We're
This partnership we've got with them has been incredibly beneficial for our area kids.
pretty darn lucky.
2nd and 9. Davis on the give.
And West
He carried a couple of defenders across the 30 to the 32-yard line, but West still 4 yards shy of the line to gain. Jay, the importance of this opening drive of the third quarter?
You can't overestimate it, Sam. They really need to turn Old Mo around, right? And usually it's they do have the ability, as we said probably too many times this evening, to score from any place on the field. But thus far, New Hanover has been more than up to the occasion. Pressure.
Oh, incomplete. Batted down. Jay, we got some.
What do we got?
There's whistles, flags somewhere. Were there flags on the play or no? No flags, just an incomplete pass and 4th down. Boy, that New Hanover pass defense has been suffocating.
I was trying to see. I think that was 36, Skylar Barnett on the coverage that time, and he's just a sophomore. And wow, terrific job. That ball was zipped from Josiah, and you really needed that kind of defensive play to prevent the pass from being completed.
This one as high as it was far. Oh, very nearly hit a New Hanover player that was laid down on the turf. Jay, the line of scrimmage was the 32. It ends up at the 17. That's 18, 30 more is 48, 2 more, 50-yard punt from Borton. I tell you, he's handled these punting duties no problemo.
Well, Josiah, beneficiary of a good West Brunswick bounce that time, and probably 15, 20 of those yards on the roll. But when you're kind of stuck in the mud like the Trojans are right now, you'll certainly take it. And I wonder if maybe this game is, as games often are, Sam, a mistake here, a turnover there. West needs something to kind of spark them. Not really much coming out of that halftime break.
Oh, boy, he's in the loose, Jay Bird. That's Clark Nelson from the 18 out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 12 yards and a first down. I tell you, Jay, this is and it's only 13-0, so a lot could happen in 22 minutes of game action, but this has really been a one-sided affair.
Very much so. That was a hole big enough for me and you to run through that time, and Tony Clark Nelson doesn't need that much, so took full advantage of it, and a tremendous first down play for the Wildcats.
First and 10 at the 30. Clark Nelson just gaping hole. Gaping hole for Clark Nelson across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So, Jay, that's 2 carries, 22 yards for Clark Nelson on the opening 2 plays of the second half for New Hanover after forcing a West Brunswick 3-and-out on the opening possession of the second half. I mean, right now, and I don't want to overstate it, Jay, it is all Wildcats.
It is all Wildcats, and it appears to me, I mean, they're dominating the line of scrimmage, and they're successful running left, running right, and even running right up the middle.
And then they take Clark Nelson out of the equation to take a guy out of the box, and Johnson keeps it on the quarterback keeper. Jay, that's about as good as West has done defending that play, and he still picked up 3 yards.
Yeah, Stanley in on the stop that time.
Josh Walton checks into the game for the Trojans.
Yeah, they got to West really needs to come up with a stop on this drive. And New Hanover taking their sweet time getting out over that ball.
Oh, nice tackle there. Clariday's made a couple nice tackles where, Jay, I felt like if he didn't get him, it may have been off to the races. He upends Clark Nelson there as the game clock approaches the 8-minute mark. Jay, don't you just like what New Hanover's done with this run game and the rhythm and the tempo? It just feels like they're really in a good place offensively the last 4 to 5 possessions.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think it started with that long drive that resulted in their first score, and they've appeared dominant running this football and keeping it going there.
That's enough for the first down yardage.
Nothing fancy.
And I think that's what I like about it. They're just coming right at them downhill, no surprises, no frills, and West has had a tough time stopping them.
3 yards and a cloud of dust, of course, on these fields. We don't have dust anymore, but you hear what we're saying. And yeah, just content to let the clock run down and no hurry. They're in control. West needs a turnover, something.
Clark Nelson looking for running room, and he's got very little. That's about the most successful first down defense West has played in the last few possessions.
Izzy Saunders helped kind of blow that play up, and I think Stanley with the stop. But West needs to string together 3 more of those or 2 more of those on this drive. Get that ball back. We're almost halfway through the third quarter.
West has run 3 plays, and the half of the third quarter has disappeared. So New Hanover in a good spot, 2nd and 9 at the West 47-yard line. There's a play action. He's got a man. Pass is complete, and then the receiver 32, that's Conlon Kane, the senior H-back on the catch. He's marked down at the 44-yard line. New Hanover needs the 38 for a first down, so it's 3rd and 6, and we have officially reached the sub-6-minute mark in the third quarter. So 5:55 on the game clock. Jay Bird?
Pretty good tackle that time by Davis to set up this third down situation.
Boy, a stop here getting off the field would be huge for the Trojans. if they could somehow manage it, and they
Wow.
cannot.
They
Clark
could not.
Nelson,
Wow.
Jay still on his feet, all the
Ooh.
way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, a gain of 20 yards. Clark Nelson has run for more than 50 yards on this drive alone.
Tell you what, Tony Clark Nelson went down in the first half, and some concern, but he's alive and well, and certainly running the heck out of the ball here in this third period drive. I mean, it's not the most exciting brand of football, but it
I
might
thought
be
you liked the 6 yards in a cloud
well, no,
of dust.
I do. It might be the most effective style of football, right?
You just get the sense right now if New Hanover doesn't put it on the ground, I mean, they
They're
could
gonna score.
effectively salt this one away with a touchdown. And Jay, the way they're going, it'll be 3 more minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
And then a touchdown.
So did you notice I think they took over
on their
around
own
the
18.
Yeah, but it was around the 9-minute mark, 9 plus.
Yeah,
I
9
mean,
and a half. Yeah.
9 and a half. So
Yep.
we're 5 minutes into this one. They had at least a 6 or 7 minute drive in the first half.
Yeah, time of possession tonight has to be
Big
about
edge.
30 minutes have been played, 31 minutes, and I bet New Hanover's had it for 20 plus. Jay, there was a mix-up there, and West did a good job to deflect that pass out of bounds. But New Hanover kind of playing with house money on a 2nd and 2 play call because the way they've been getting it, 3rd and 2 will be no problem. And even if West does come over the stop, they'll probably go for it again on 4th down.
And they've done a really good job of hanging on to the football this evening, right? They've absorbed some hits and maintained possession of that ball, just like they maintain possession of these drives.
Ball's out, Jay Bird.
How about that?
Ball is out. West recovers. Jay, he's still on his feet. West got just what it needed. Fumble return. He's still on his feet. All the way inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Boy, West got a play when it so desperately needed it. And man, games can change on a dime just like that. Now, what can the West offense do with it, partner?
Jabari Cumby, 48 tackles, 40, and now make it a fumble recovery. And let's watch it. Just
Jay,
as we
almost
said.
fortunate that West didn't recover it right here, because then Cumby was able to scoop it up. And Jay, watch this. Brown tries to come in and strip it, but misses the tackle, and he gets 18 more yards.
He missed everything. And
yes.
It's a good thing for West, and maybe this is the break that Trojans need to kind of turn things around.
Let's see what Josiah Borton and the West offense can do with the fumble and the long recovery. Borton pulls it, pitches into Saunders. Saunders, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown, no flags on the field. A brilliant play call on 1st and 10 from 35 yards. Izzy, Saunders, and the Trojans have life.
Wow.
Man, what? I mean, how it was.
It can change.
Man, how quickly things can change. Well, Jay, that was a brilliant play call and executed beautifully.
And wow, what a tribute to Saunders, because that's probably a play that you would have looked, and as you mentioned earlier, Tavion Griffin to do, but Izzy stepped in great.
Kick is up. Kick is good. That's Maddie Richardson, who was on the homecoming court, Jay Bird.
I know.
Watch this play.
Nice flip by Borton that time, and then it's just Izzy. Look at that.
He can run.
Woo.
Yeah, he can really run.
Sweet play.
Jay, my 2 favorite words when doing these games: game on.
Yeah.
Game on. For the first time tonight, it feels like West has entered the chat, if you will.
Well, they certainly
has joined
needed
the
it.
fight. Area score updates, as a lot of games started at 7 o'clock. Ashley leads North Brunswick 7-0. Whiteville shutting out the Cougars of South Brunswick 20-0.
Man, the Cougs have been on a roll here lately, too. 4 wins in a row.
So after Topsail took that 12-0 lead, it was the last good thing that happened to the Pirates tonight. Hoggard now leads 38-12. And I've got an update for you. New Hanover 13, West Brunswick 7.
Boy, what happened there?
What is going on?
What happened there? That was a little bizarre.
What's that? What did
A
you
little
see?
bizarre. Well, it appeared that the first guy down on the kick team was right next to the ball carrier, and
Didn't go after him?
didn't. Well, not as maybe not as hard as you'd think, but we'll see.
All right. Jay, I'm not going to lie. There's a inflatable dinosaur and a duck in the home bleachers, and I was completely distracted by the dino and the duck. First of all, I thought dinosaurs were extinct. Secondly, I don't know I just got totally distracted, Jay. I was captivated by Dino Ducky in the home bleachers. Let's see. Can we see him? Look at that shot.
Oh, my.
Look at that shot. Look, when I tell you, forget the kick return, I'm watching the quack attack and the extinction down here in the student section.
Holy moly! I didn't even see it. It looks like I thought it was a carrot, but no, it's a
dino.
It's a dino.
Yes.
Well, I know you're.
So what do you get when you cross a dinosaur and a duck? A West Brunswick student section. Okay. All right.
Happy
Homecoming. Exactly. Good answer. West defends the first down play well. It's 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Johnson. Oh, Jay, very near. It's picked off. It's picked off on the deflection. No block in the back. No flags. And West has suddenly got all the momentum. Jay, is that? Give me a number.
That's Holmes.
Number 13.
But who?
13. I think it was Evans who.
The one that broke it up, or the
Maybe. Jay, I had to see a replay. I don't hold me to that, Evans.
definitely Holmes with the INT.
Yes, definitely Holmes with the INT. And, boy, Aaron Powell, defensive coordinator, is juiced down there on the West Brunswick sideline.
Well, let's look at it again. I thought it might have been 6, Sam, but it could have been 5. No, it wasn't 6.
Evans.
So it's Evans. Yeah, making another big play that time.
Huge play. Yeah, Holmes will get credit with the INT, and it was a great play to catch it off the deflection, but it's Trey Evans who made that one. So now the Trojans have it at the 26-yard line. Jaw Davis up the middle, still on his feet, wrestled down near the 20. A good 5 to 6 yard gain on first down. And again, the Trojans have entered the chat. 2:50 left in the third quarter. West down by 6, but knocking on the door of the New Hanover red zone. Boy, how quickly things can change.
Oh, my goodness. We were, probably, 15 yards from sticking with a fork, right? And all of a sudden now, West Brunswick on the 25. And more.
Speed option, Borton. He thought about pitching it. He's going to keep it. Upended at the 6-yard line and a West Brunswick first down.
Boy, Josiah, they say the most important thing to play quarterback is to make good decisions. And that time, Josiah Borton made a real good decision by hanging on to that ball and not pitching back. Took a pretty good shot down there at the end, too, and popped right back up. So, West Brunswick, holy cow.
The Trojans not going down without a fight. Give around the left side. Stanley inside the 5, down to the 3. Man, somebody for West had a great block out on the perimeter. Jay, I'm tracking him, trying to get his number. Can't get a number. It was a great block on the perimeter. Whoever's wearing the blue gloves. Can't tell exactly who it is, but it was an exceptional block. 21.
That's
Isaac
Clairday.
I mean,
the Clairday boys have stepped up tonight.
He put a defender on his back. There's the give. Jay, I believe he's in. Touchdown, Trojans. We're all knotted up at 13. A minute 15 left to go in the third. And the Trojans an extra point away from taking the lead in a game. There were real doubts.
Had them just where
West
they
would
wanted
be
them,
in it
right?
here in the last few minutes. Jay, and this has all happened in about a 3-minute span of game time. From the 4.5-minute mark to the 1:15 mark, the game is flipped on its head. Richardson's kick is up. Richardson's kick is good. Member of the homecoming court puts the Trojans ahead by 1. First lead of the night. Jay, here's a look at the touchdown run. Stanley kept his feet just long enough to reach it across the goal line for a score.
Tough, hard running, and my goodness gracious, how can the worm turn any quicker than what it has here in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of play?
The worm turner?
Yeah, the worm turn. West Brunswick went from being down 13 and being down for good to taking a 14-13 point lead. Holy cow.
They were 10 yards away from taking a 20-0 lead, New Hanover was. And now it is 14-13, West Brunswick advantage. Well, so how does New Hanover respond?
Well, that's the $64 question for sure. Because emotion on the side of the Trojans right now.
Mr. Moe on the side of the
kick
Trojans.
coverage.
What a great open field tackle. 5, Trey Evans. Man, this kid's making plays all over the place. Gene, when you watch this later, and I know you will go home and watch it, you'll be real proud of that boy of yours. He's playing his rear end off for the Trojans.
He's done that all year long. This is 7th year at West Brunswick, or maybe it's only 6 years he's at West Brunswick.
7.
7, okay.
Yep.
But,
6, 7.
Trey, we kid around because the kid's been playing like this since he was in the 9th grade.
Called up near the end of his freshman year, so he played some. We had him. And he played all his sophomore year. Then he had 3 more sophomore years.
Boy, isn't it amazing, Sam?
Jay, what has happened?
A couple of
that ball popping out down
big
here
plays.
at the 10-yard line and Cumbie's return. And Jay, I think that's important. It wasn't just the fumble and the change of possession. It was the electric return of about 60 yards that really got, things going. So credit to Cumbie for I know a lot of times defensive guys are taught to fall on it, but man, he picked it up and he ran with it. Webb around the left side. That's New Hanover's best run in a quite some time.
It's an interesting observation too, Sam, because maybe time possession is emphasized too much, right? Because we were talking about, holy cow, they had 2 times the ball tonight, and all of a sudden
turnovers are an equalizer.
They are an equalizer.
And New Hanover has 2, and West has none. There's a
that's
big
a stop.
tackle.
Who got that?
Nice hit from Jaquel Davis.
That's why,
man,
Coach.
he ran through Tenari Johnson over there around the right side. And Jay, boy, do we have a finish set up for our viewers. At the end of 3, West 14, New Hanover 13. What a game. FOCUS Broadband Game of the Week. We'll be back for the start of the 4th. West leading by 1. We are back for what should be an absolutely exhilarating final 12 minutes of game action at MH Rourke Stadium. Homecoming night. West was basically dead to rights. They came to life late in the 3rd, forced 2 turnovers. Kellen Brown, he got open. Caught it. Trying to run away from the D. Stepped out of bounds over there. And a beautiful, beautiful throw and catch on 2nd and 9 has put the Wildcats in excellent position just outside of the red zone. And Jay, what is the conversation we had during our break? When you're in this situation and you're New Hanover, somebody on that side has to tell everyone we're okay, we're fine, don't panic, somebody make a play. And Kellen Brown and Tenari Johnson just did exactly that.
Yeah, you know, football is oftentimes a game of big plays, and there hadn't been many of them until the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, well said.
2 turnovers. There's a false start against New Hanover.
Sorry, Jay.
The 2 turnovers that West converted into 2 touchdowns, and now the big pass play there that gets New Hanover. Well, they weren't. They were down a little further. They just lost 5 yards on that procedural call. So
1st and 15. Ball is at the 27-yard line of the Trojans. Can the West defense bow his neck again?
Number 23, Webb on the carry.
And, you know, so much time left in this game. And if you're John Fuller,
Tackle made by number 24, Sammy Stanley.
do you stick with what you've done so well this evening, which is run the football, or do you put it up? Well, they put it up with the big pass play to get them down here to the 25-yard line. But they're still very methodical in getting their plays off.
2nd and 10, 10-40. Screen out to Waddell. He's got some running room. He's dropped at the 16-yard line. Let's see. New Hanover needs the 12. It's a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 under the 10.5-minute mark.
Marzell Stanley with another good tackle. Boy, he and
those two just don't come off the field, right?
Yeah, well,
and you can just ill afford to not have them out there. They're so
right,
good.
You know. Big 3rd down.
3rd and 4, Jay Bird. The dinosaurs getting loud. The ducks getting loud. Waddell on the speed sweep. It's close. Oh, it's so close. It is so very close over there.
Well, it's
no
4
way
down.
I could see that for.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory anyway, but
1st down, Jay.
But they got the first
down. Yep. Good call too. They had an extra down to get it, man. And Jay, I thought that play was pretty well defended, all things considered.
I thought for the briefest of time there, Trey had him for a loss, but they slipped away.
First and 10, New Hanover at the 12-yard line. West clinging to a 1-point lead. There's Webb up the middle. Good stop there by the West Brunswick defense. Webb got inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We'll give him 3 yards and call it 2nd and 7. And Jay, now it is getting late, partner.
Jacquel Davidson on the stop that time. Yeah. Just, you know, both teams play your game, right? And New Hanover, I think, has still kind of controlled the line of scrimmage for much of this contest. Looks like they may just stick to that.
Oh, that's a good push by the New Hanover line. And Webb is inside the 5 to about the 4.5-yard line. New Hanover needs 2.5, maybe 3 yards to get a first down. And Jay, with their place kicking shakiness, I would say you're probably thinking 2 plays here if you can't get it on 3rd down. Quarterback power. Here comes the quarterback power.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 plays ago, I think if he had kept the ball on the boot, he'd still be running.
In. Yeah. 3rd and 2, quarterback power. Johnson around the right side. Jay might be in. He is. Touchdown, New Hanover. What a response from the Wildcats. And New Hanover has pushed ahead 19-14 with 8:16 left to go in the game. That is a sensational response from that New Hanover offense when things were falling apart.
And for the most part, other than the nice one pass play, they stuck to their knitting, and which is to just kind of grind it out. And Johnson tough guy to stop if you only need a couple 3 yards. They're going for 2.
Slant
And
to
they got
Kellen
it.
Brown, and it's good. New Hanover leads 21-14, 8:16 left to go in the game. Boy, Tenori Johnson outside of that one deflected ball for an interception, and the fumble he coughed up down there has been terrific tonight in Charlotte.
And then you saw Johnson's plunge into the end zone. So 2-point conversion's good, and 21-14. Now, West Brunswick's 2 scores have come on short fields. So
That's a great point.
I
And
think-
now they're about to have a start from their own 20, the way McIntosh
Well,
has been booming it.
and exactly right. This kid's been a weapon all night on his kickoffs. Big difference when you only got to go 50 yards versus 80.
I have great concern about these 2 hooligans by the goalpost there in the home end zone. Oh, the friends of the broadcast, Huck Hickman and company, playing their own football game near the end zone. Must be halftime though, taking a break.
And once again,
Big foot by number 99, Andrew
McIntosh,
McIntosh.
PGA Tour extraordinaire, as Jay called him, perfectly puts it through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jay, do you remember the kid New Hanover had when they beat West in the playoffs when my brother was coaching it? Owen Daffer.
yeah.
That would just boom it. I mean,
Oh,
the
that kid-
ball like it would never come out of the
Wow,
sky.
that
He
kid
kicked
could,
it so
he
far.
could kick. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
if New Hanover got to the 35, it was field goal range. They were.
I wonder whatever happened to
East
him.
Carolina.
East
he
Carolina?
kicked it East Carolina.
Okay,
Yep.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Yep. Sure did. Great kicker. Oh, Borton kept it.
Okay.
Jay, that ball came out.
Uh-oh.
The ball came out.
I
New
think
Hanover
maybe
got it. New Hanover got it.
before.
Yep.
Wow.
It came out right when Borton got hit around the 25-yard
Wow.
line, and they recovered.
Man. The turnover giveth and the turnover give away, right? Taketh and give away.
Wildcats take over
That
on offense.
hurts.
Boy, turnovers.
First one of the game, I think, for West, but we're going to see it again here, Sam.
Watch the hit right there. Yep, 24 forced it.
24, Ethan Tatum, who
Ethan
is
Tatum forced it.
one of those tackle monsters out there for.
Oh, play
Yeah.
action. He's got a man. Oh, what a grab.
Nice catch.
What a grab. Is that Colton Creech? Yep. Man, that was a fantastic catch.
When I
near
tell
the
you
goal
that
line.
there was only one person that was going to catch that ball that time, and that was Creech. Johnson with a super throw. And despite their reliance on the run, and rightfully so, a big pass play puts them in really great position here.
Clark Nelson across
He's
the goal
in.
line for a touchdown. And it just like that, Jay, it's a 2-score game again, 27-14 Wildcats.
Boy, old Mo has changed his way here 2 or 3 times tonight.
I was going to say, comma again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Jay, West is going to get it back probably on their own 20 as Trey Bennett comes in for the extra point try. Little chip shot, pokes it through. 28-14, New Hanover lead. And now it's the Wildcats with all the momentum again. And West is going to get it back on its own 20, presumably. And feels like a must-score drive for the Trojans. And to your point, Jay, you made a great one. West has not
They haven't
had
returned
a
a kick tonight.
drive for a touchdown all night. Yeah, haven't returned a kick and haven't had a long possession that resulted in a touchdown. Both touchdowns came on short fields after turnovers.
I don't know, what the strategy is here with McIntosh, but I guess it's Saunders back about the 5-yard line. I wonder if he'd be better served if he was standing at the goal line, Sam. A couple of those kicks kind of went through his hands over his head, but maybe you just play it safe here, but running out of time to play it too safe.
That one looks fieldable. Nope.
Wow, kid's got a great foot. And that just goes to show you who would think it would be easy to ignore the importance of kickoffs. And yet he showed you tonight, McIntosh has showed you tonight just how critical they can be.
Jay, remember Ruff and McNeil?
I do.
So Coach Ruff used to say when I was at East Carolina, there's really 3 sides to a football. Offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah.
And he said the word special is in there for a reason because they can make a huge difference. West gets minimal yardage on first down. But my boss in the SID's office, he would always joke with Coach Ruff. He would hold up a football and say, 3 sides?
3 sides, Coach? I don't know. I think this game with 7:13 to go, if West has any chance,
hinges on this possession.
Well, and hinges on probably a big play or maybe 2.
Yeah, I think you're right. Going to be hard to sustain a drive against that new Hanover D. Ooh! A nice catch by Izzy Saunders, but he was upended at the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 yards.
DeMonte
and it will
Hill.
set up a 3rd and 5. Yeah, DeMonte Hill
Woo.
back there. Jay, if I'm not mistaken, I looked it up earlier. He's
10th
young.
grader. He's 10th grader.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Ooh. Darn. Well, he may be young, but he don't play like it.
No, he stuck his nose in there against Jockwell Davis earlier and upended him. He's not afraid of contact, that's for certain. Corner route, Saunders made the catch. Slid down to the 40-yard line. Man, and I tell you, say what you will about Borton, but the kid can sling the pill.
Well, if he gets time,
Yep.
like anybody else,
Yep.
Now that time, good job by the O-line, giving Josiah plenty of time to do his drop and make his release. So, yeah, Borton can he can be streaky throwing the football.
Minimal gain on first down for West Brunswick.
They are just trying to bust one up the middle, and that has not been an area of success for West Brunswick here this evening. That was Marzell Stanley taking his shot at it. So second down, kind of a long 9, really, but with the clock down to 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Speed option, and New Hanover spilled it out beautifully and brought Borton down at the 47-yard line. He is about 4 yards shy of the line of game, bringing up a 3rd and 4.
And
Jay, I know West has to do what it has to do, but now time's a factor.
Well, I was getting ready to say they gotta be a little more aggressive here, getting out over that ball now, because as you said, the time is slipping away. Long time getting this play in, Sam. Long time.
Yeah, the play clock's already down to almost 10 seconds. We're at the 4.5-minute mark, and West is down by 2 scores.
Probably 2 plays from here anyway.
Borton rolls out to his
Got
right.
a guy deep.
Oh, very nearly picked off back there in the secondary by number 0, Jaden Johnson, another sophomore, Jay.
And track star, Ayanna Jackson is in the house.
Trying to see who he had deep that time. Was that Romero?
I believe so. Yeah.
who has been uncharacteristically
Quiet.
quiet here this
I don't
evening.
think he's caught a ball, Jay Bird.
Eden Romero, a pretty versatile player for West Brunswick, been held in check here tonight.
Jay, for all intents and purposes, this is
the
probably the game.
Could very well be.
4th and 4. New Hanover trying to come up with a stop and put this one to bed. Borton drops back, looking for a running lane. He's got nothing, and he is dropped down. Maybe gained a half a yard, but it's a turnover on downs, and it'll be New Hanover football. And that just might do it for the Trojans here on homecoming.
Well, we were kind of giving them the kiss of death before, and they turned around and came up with 2 turnovers within about 2 minutes and took the lead, believe it or not, in the third quarter. But fourth quarter has been all New Hanover, and only 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go.
Now, I have no expectation for New Hanover to move through the air here, partner. The ground game's been so effective. Surely they've rushed for more than 200 as a team tonight. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's been an effective ground game.
Very effective, but Sam, on the last couple of drives, you know, they were very successful throwing the football and helped both those drives turn into scoring possessions. But yeah, I agree with you. You bring with who? What is it? You dance with who you brung to the dance, right? And I think for the Wildcats, that's pounding it out on the turf.
Yeah, New Hanover's not going to get in any hurry here to snap the football.
No
None
clock.
whatsoever.
No clock stopping by West, so.
Webb just going to put his head down and rush across not across, but down to the 45-yard line. And
unless they take a timeout, their next snap's going to be under 3 minutes, well under 3 minutes. Two guys in the backfield with Johnson. He doesn't need a whole lot of help to bang away.
3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. They are going to keep it on the ground. And, Jay, if it wasn't over before that play, I believe it is now, even with the 3 timeouts left for West Brunswick. A reminder, it's a 2-score game. West would have to get a stop, score, get it back, score again. So it is looking bleak on homecoming night in Shiloh. (27-0), Whiteville over South Brunswick at halftime. That game was for first place in that conference, Jay, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's Webb upended at the 29-yard line, so the clock will continue to run under the 2-minute mark. Jay, I think West might just take the timeouts home with them.
Yeah, we're under about 1:40 to go. So
I mean, if you're not calling them now, then you're just not going to call them, right?
that's what I would think.
Yeah, New Hanover still got 18 seconds on the play clock. They could run this down to about 113, 114 and snap it again and then snap it one more time. If West isn't going to call them now, it would just about do it. Johnson keeps it, and he's holding on to that football for dear life. Yeah. Now West is going to call one. But, Jay, now it's 3rd and 1. So 1 yard, and it is over. Because now you don't have enough timeouts left to prevent the QB kneel. So, Jay, kind of 3 games. There were 3 games tonight. The New Hanover 13-0 stretch. Then the fumble, long return, touchdown, interception, touchdown that allowed West to go up 14-13. And then New Hanover dominated again. The last 14 minutes. So wrap this up for us, for our viewers.
And I'll just take you carrying on your lead there. So 4 times 12 is 48.
That's correct.
All right, so there's 48 minutes in a high school football game. And I would say tonight the Trojans maybe had 3
minutes where they were the superior team.
That
is a great point, Jay.
Which is 45 minutes of Wildcat football. So I don't know how many folks in Brunswick County tonight were looking forward to watching New Hanover dominate a game, but somehow they did.
And, Jay, I think, and you jump in and interject if you disagree, but I believe this is the brand Coach Fuller wants. I don't think with him they're going to be the high-flying, spread them out. I think they want to be physical. I think they want to be tough. I think they want to be nasty. And that's it.
And that's what?
It. First down, and they were tonight.
You can win a lot of football games by practicing each and every one of those attributes.
This was an impressive performance. Outside of a 3-minute stretch where West forced 2 turnovers and scored 2 touchdowns. Jay, that was just beautifully said. 45 minutes of domination.
That's pretty much. New Hanover, their Achilles heel this year has been scoring, only averaging 15 points a game, but they came in here this evening and have put 4 scores on the board, and they can do that. They're going to be in most games that they play, but just kind of dominated this game in just about every way.
And Jay, in the last 3 weeks, West has allowed 34, 42, 28. So what's that, an average of probably about 35, 34? They're giving up what on this season? About 24 points a game?
24 points a game, yeah, and scored 27 points a game. So tonight they're a little higher than normal defensively, but quite a bit less offensively.
And, Jay, to be fair, not all of that's on the defense. You get put in short fields, and sometimes people score on special teams. So, there have been moments this season where the defense has been terrific.
Don't take away the field position of this this evening. West 2 scores coming on half a field, and most of the other times because of the great kickoffs by McIntosh, they have played in poor field position and just were not able to solve. No big plays. There weren't no 75-yard runs tonight, which – you can't be surprised if a West Brunswick team does that, given the caliber of running backs they have.
Yeah, Jay, I think the longest play from scrimmage for the Trojans was 35 yards, and it was the Izzy Saunders touchdown run after the fumble.
Yeah, the Wildcats did a great job of staying away from the big plays offensively.
Think about this. What if I'd have told you, Jay, that the longest run of the night from the Trojans would have come from Jabari Cumby on a fumble return? Probably not a night that ends real well for the Trojans, and that's going to do it, folks. New Hanover victorious. So New Hanover creeping back toward that 500 mark. They're 3-4 now overall, 2-1 in the league. West Brunswick drops to 4-4, 1-3 in league play, and the Trojans now on a 3-game losing streak. Jay Bird, parting thoughts.
Well, first loss of the year here at home, and gosh, what a tough night for it to occur on homecoming. But look, you can say a lot of things in a lot of different ways, but tonight I think New Hanover came across the bridge, got off that bus, and just kind of took it to them and never quit, other than those about 2.5 minutes.
New Hanover 28, West Brunswick 14. The Wildcats spoil homecoming here at M.H. Rourke Stadium. We'll be back in 2 weeks for your FOCUS Broadband Game of the Week. For the expert, A-plus, A-team camera crew, Nathan Evers, Jay Combs, I'm Sam Hickman. Good night from Charlotte. We'll see you in a couple weeks. on your FOCUS Broadband Game of